Okay, so good morning. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for having the time to attend our ProQuest training for West Africa region. It's really glad for us, me and my colleague Tami King, to be here with you. Let me first introduce myself. My name is Anas Obaid. I'm actually responsible for all training and consultation activities in Middle East and Africa region at ProQuest. I'm based in Dubai, covering the whole region. So basically, my main job is to make sure everything is under control. You know what you have, you know the value of our products, you know how to access, how to use, etc. So I'm here to provide some kind of guidance, help. I'm here to make things clear. And I'm here also to answer questions. So if you have anything, any question related to ProQuest, please feel free to answer. So basically, we'll have around 1 hour or more a little bit to cover our three main databases and collections. But before we start with our agenda, I really would like to thank you. Thank you very, very much for coming to our session today, despite the the situation now with this Corona kind of thing is all over the place. Thank you for really being eager to learn, eager to know more, to have knowledge, to come to our sessions, to have the time to somehow learn something new, also to share it with your colleagues. So from all our hearts at ProQuest, we really would like to thank you all and to be with us today. So now back to my agenda. I'll be focusing on three main collections or products: ProQuest Central, ProQuest Dissertations Theses, and ProQuest Ebook Central. Before I start, I don't know if you're already aware of ProQuest or not, but just like to give you a brief idea about our company. We are a US-based company. We are aggregator. We are not publishers. So basically, we deal with thousands of publishers from all over the world, getting some of their content and put it in our platform. So you have access to millions of documents from journals, magazines, dissertation theses, reports, books, etc., from thousands of different publishers under one place. So this is really an amazing source for you to learn, to take the necessary knowledge that you need. And hopefully this will also expedite your learning process. It will boost your research experience, etc. I'll be talking about these three products today. I have a presentation. I just prepared a presentation which will somehow focus on the value of these three collections and databases. And then I will do a live demo, quick live demo, to show you how to access the platforms, how to do a basic advanced search. And of course, we'll have some time for question and answer. Okay, so let me start with ProQuest Central. I put some kind of objectives that hopefully I will achieve by the end of the session. I really need you to know about the ProQuest Central, how powerful it is, how important is ProQuest Central to you as a researcher, as a faculty member, as a student as well. Also, how you can search for different content types and how you can use it in your day-to-day learning and teaching and also research experience. So ProQuest Central is basically, it's a collection of 47 databases. These databases cover almost all subject areas, more than 175 subject areas, okay? From business to economics, to health, to management, to social sciences, to arts, everything you can think about, you'll find it in ProQuest Central. More than 80% of our content available as full text. So this is also very, very good. It is not only about journals. We have magazines, we have reports, we have dissertation theses, a lot of things just to make your teaching and learning experience much better. If we're talking about the 47 databases, these are the 47 databases. As you can see, some of them are more focused into business, some of them are more focused into social sciences, into technology. It's your call to select any one of these databases and do your search on them, or you can just select a group of databases, or you can even select them all and do your search. So, and I will show you how to do it when I'm doing the online demo. So why ProQuest Central is really important? I can say that it is really a starting point to any research because it has huge number of documents and information. It is really an amazing source. It covers almost all subject areas. You have journals, magazines, videos, audios, a lot of amazing things. There is no kind of restrictions in the use. So anyone can use the content as far as it is for learning and teaching experience. So basically, it's really an amazing source to start your search. We deal with a lot of publishers from all over the world. If you are familiar with some publishers' name, you will know that Elsevier, for instance, Emerald, Sage, Springer, Taylor Francis. These are some of the publishers that we deal with, and we continue to invest and actually to add more content from prestigious publishers from all over the world. We did a survey before a couple of years to ask the researchers, okay? We asked them a question that beside scholarly journals, what are the things that you count on when doing your research? So we found that people are really using dissertation thesis, they are using books, they are using ebooks, they are using newspapers, conference paper and proceedings, abstracts as well. So as you can see, it's not only about journals. Journals are really important in research, but people like you need more. And because we do listen to you, we actually invested and added a lot of these different content types within ProQuest Central. So you have access to some prestigious magazines, newspapers like Wall Street Journals, Financial Times, Economist, El Mundo. And by the way, we keep adding content to our collections almost every day. In terms of coverage, we keep adding content, and we have a lot of content from these green areas, you know, these countries. So as you can see, we almost cover all places in the world. So we have a lot of content from these countries within ProQuest Central. I know people like to have kind of statistics and numbers. So I would like to share these numbers with you. These are, by the way, they are from last year numbers. And this year, because we added more, so you'll find a lot of addition to these numbers. But just in general to know that you have access to more than 2 million working papers, more than 12,000 scholarly journals, thousands of newspapers, thousands of videos, thousands of reports, millions of company profiles, all of them under one easy to use single interface and platform that you can use at any time. Videos as well, as you know now, especially with people are really teaching from home, learning from home, studying from home, videos are really important. You have access to thousands of videos. These videos are covering like business, social sciences, medical kind of topics, and a lot more. So basically you can come, you can watch the video. This will also give you more kind of learning experience, because you know, watching a thing is much easier than reading it. So you have also access to something called Global Newsstream. This is a collection of really a very important and prestigious newspapers from all over the world, with more than 2,000 newspapers from all over the world under your somehow use. So you can use it. You can really dig into these amazing sources, take some reports, some information to help you in your like learning and research experience. So this is in general about ProQuest Central. It's really a starting point to any research. It's really an amazing source because it covers almost all subject areas. You have different content type. You have amazing place to start with. Everything is really easy and straightforward and intuitive design for the platform. So, and we don't have any kind of restrictions in the use. So this is in general about ProQuest Central. Do you have any question before moving to the ProQuest Dissertation Thesis, or shall we just put the questions at the end? What do you think? If you have a question now, just if you can like speak, but otherwise maybe we can just have 15 minutes at the end of our training for questions.
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah, please.
Yes, please, before you can access ProQuest, do you need a certain account or password, or you can access it free?
So basically, I will ask my colleague Tami to just give you an idea about this. Tami, can you please step in? Tami? Okay, so basically, this is actually, you need a subscription. You need an official account. Your university, your institution should have an account to access ProQuest. It's not a free source, unfortunately. But if you are like working with an institution or university, the university should subscribe to our collections. in order to make it available for you. This is just like somehow.
When you showed the map where your content is coming from, I could see that there's not much green on the African continent. Can you explain why?
Yes, so basically because if you just listen to me, we are a US-based company. So we are based on US and we are dealing with a lot of international publishers. So we might have some content from Africa, and we actually do have a lot of content from, for example, South Africa and from Nigeria, but they should publish in some international journals and some local journals. And if you have agreements with them, we will add the content to our collection. And by the way, yes, we don't have that much content from Africa, but we have a plan, and we're already in the process of adding more African content to our collections. And this is like, it is in the process. And by the way, the map is really, again, it is old because as I told you, we keep adding content every day. So what you saw, it is not current kind of thing. But yes, we are willing and we are doing and we are investing a lot of money to add more local content from Africa to our databases and collections.
Okay, thank you.
You're most welcome. Okay, so let's talk now about our second collection, which is a ProQuest Dissertation Thesis Global. So what I need really, I really need to achieve by the end of this session is for you to understand the powerful and the power of ProQuest Dissertation Thesis, to know how to really go navigate, to know the value, and to see how you can really, everything I'm sharing with you, how you can really translate it into action and how you can start learning and using it in your day-to-day learning and teaching experience. I saw a question about EDS and all our materials in ProQuest discoverable in EDS. Yes and no, honestly speaking. EDS, they have some different kind of discoverability options, but we can take it offline if you want, Mr. Henry, and we can give you more details about it. So there are some options you can activate in EDS in order to make ProQuest content discoverable there. Yes. Okay, so let's talk about, and as I told you, please, I think it is better to just leave the questions till the end, because in that case, we can really focus on the questions and we can just like put and discuss everything together. Okay, ProQuest dissertation thesis. So I will talk now about the value of dissertation thesis. So basically, we at ProQuest, we really believe that dissertation theses are really important in research. We did also a study, and actually we published this paper back in 2017. We found that 86% of faculty members, they recommended actually dissertation research. They asked their students to use dissertation in research. And basically more than 73% of these faculty members, they are using dissertation thesis themselves. So this will give you really some kind of how important dissertation thesis in research, and I will explain also why when I'm talking about our collection. So this is in general. So we agreed that dissertation theses are really important in research. People are recommending it. So let's talk about your dissertation, what you have access to within ProQuest Dissertation Thesis Global. So you have access to more than 5 million abstract and indexing dissertation theses from 1600 till now. And by the way, it is worth mentioning that ProQuest Dissertation Thesis Global is the biggest collection of dissertation theses in the world. You have access to more than 2.5 million full-text dissertation theses from 1700 till now. We keep adding content. We have a lot of agreements with a lot of universities from all over the world. In general or in average, we add more than 200,000 new documents every year. We are actually the official off-site repository for dissertations for the US Library of Congress. We have more than 4 million people are accessing our database worldwide. We have worked for more than 3,000 universities worldwide within ProQuest dissertation thesis. And also it is worth mentioning that more than 97% of the dissertation theses published in the US, United States of America, are already within our collection. So this is also, it's really an amazing source. So this will give you the confidence that what you have is really an amazing source and you can count on it in order to get the most update and accurate information in your field. So when we are talking about millions of dissertation theses, so this means that we are talking about almost all subject areas. So you have a lot of things in business, in economics, in nursing, in arts, in education, in mathematics, in everything you can think about, you'll find it within ProQuest Dissertation Theses global database. So I told you that we believe dissertation theses are very important. Faculty members also, they recommend dissertation thesis for their students. So the question will be why it is important. What are the really most important points for dissertation thesis? So basically, if I want to just put some kind of summary of how importance of the dissertations in research, you can say that basically you can really get some kind of new trends and ideas, because we can just check how the people in the US, what are the topics, what are the hot topics in US and Europe. So basically we can get some kind of new ideas, more coverage, more unique coverage as well. Basically, if you want to compare the dissertation thesis or the dissertation into the article, in articles it's like maybe 10, 20 pages, but in dissertation sometimes 200, 300, 400 pages. More deep kind of information, because as you know, if you are a PhD student, when writing a dissertation, you are actually adding something new to the science, to the work. So you need to be more specific, you need to provide more information, more clues, more kind of ideas. So everything, as a user, you can just like take it out of this dissertation. Something I really like is I can just check how people in, for example, Harvard University are formulating their own thesis or dissertation, and I can just follow the same style. This is also something good. And also it shows you some kind of recommendation for future research. So I can just take some new ideas, some recommendation to use it in my research, to use it in my PhD dissertation, or even master paper. So these are some of the things that you can really get out of dissertations, and why dissertations are really important for you and in research in general. So also, if I want to do more kind of focusing, I can say that if you are dealing with like science kind of subject, you will find an amazing content out of these dissertations, like some kind of data, some kind of statistics, graphs, tables, all these kind of things. It's really hard to find them elsewhere. So this is also something really good. And also, if we are talking about humanities and social sciences and these kind of things, you can get some amazing references, survey, maybe music notes, etc. And these kind of things are really not available elsewhere. So this will show you how important and how you can really get advantage of using ProQuest dissertation thesis in your research. So this is in general about ProQuest dissertation thesis. So I can see some questions, but I really appreciate if you can just like leave the questions till the end. For me, just like to somehow to finish the presentation and the demo, and I promise that I will answer all your questions. Okay, so let's now move to the third collection, to our ebooks content. So basically in ProQuest Central, it's mainly about journals, magazines, reports, some kind of articles, etc. The dissertation thesis collection is mainly dissertation thesis. And now let's talk about our ebooks somehow solution. We put all our books on a platform called ProQuest Ebook Central. So what I really need you to learn after this session is how to navigate, how to see the importance of books into your research, how to really understand the collection, which we call it academic complete. We have some kind of limitation or restrictions on the books. I will talk about them, something called digital right management, and how to overcome this digital right management kind of thing. All these kind of things will be explained in my session. So let's start by talking about our platform. This is our ebooks platform. So because books are really, really important in research, we created a separate kind of platform for all our ebooks offering. It's very easy, very simple, straightforward. You can just come here. You can search for your desired book by title, by ISBN, by author, by subject, etc. And then once you find your book, you can just read it. You can download it. You can highlight it. You can do a lot of things with our books. But there is something just to put it in your mind. Books are very, very expensive. and you will have a subscription based. So it's not like you will not own these books. So publishers who own these books, they just put a small limitations and restrictions in the use of the books. These limitations and restrictions, they are only on three things: copy, save to PDF or print to PDF, and full download. So if you want to use the book, it is available 24/7 online. So you can just go to our platform, you can search, you can read without any problem. But if you need to copy some pages out of a book, there is a daily limit. So a certain number of pages, this is the maximum number of pages you are allowed to copy per day. So basically, sometimes it will be like 10, 20, 100 pages. It depends on how many pages the book is. So it's in general 20% of the total number of pages you can copy per day. And if you want to save as a PDF, a normal PDF, you have in average up to 40% of the total number of pages to save as PDF per day. So basically you can come today, you can save 40%, come tomorrow, another 40% you can save. On the third day, you can save the entire book as a PDF. And also for the full download. So if you want to do a full download for the book to use it offline without even using the internet, it is the same as borrowing the book. You will not take it forever. You will just borrow the book for a number of days. So basically, you can borrow it for 1 day, 7 days, 21 days. So the admin actually can just like control this and make it up to 1 year if they want. So the official ProQuest customer can really come and make the borrowing kind of thing is up to 1 year. It is completely controlled by the admin of your university. And you need to use a specific software to borrow these books and to use the books offline. It's called Adobe Digital Editions. In all cases, when you open any book on Ebook Central, we will let you know how many pages you can copy, how many pages you can download or save as PDF, and for how many days you can download the book. And once you click on download, the system will tell you exactly what are the steps you need to take in order to download books. So don't worry, everything will be explained on the platform itself. And because people now are using like their iPhones, iPads, so we work perfectly with these smartphone devices and smart devices. So basically we have what we call responsive design. So we will just like change the, somehow give you a better kind of reading experience according to your device size. So this is in general about Ebook Central. If I want to talk about Academic Complete, the collection that you will have access to, is basically it's a collection for more than 170,000 books. And honestly speaking, it's now more than 180,000 books. Okay, and we keep adding content. Every month we add a new book and new books to our collection. We have content from prestigious publishers like Wiley, like Taylor & Francis, Elsevier, Springer, and we keep adding content. This is what we are actually doing. We are targeting more publishers to add their own content to our platform to make your life and your experience is much better. We cover almost all subject areas, but if I just want to concentrate on the top 10 subject areas that we do cover in Academic Complete, you'll find that we have a lot of books from business, management, science, health, medicine, computer, etc. So it's almost all main subject areas are already covered within Academic Complete. As I mentioned, we keep adding content. These books, some of them are new, some of them are old. It depends on my agreement with the publisher, but more than 40,000 books were published in the last 5 years. So this will give you confidence that you have really access to up-to-date, very important books, which will help you in your research and your learning experience. In Academic Complete, it is mainly subscription-based. So basically, it is very easy, very simple. Anyone can access it at any time. There's no restrictions on how many users can access the same book at the same time. It is very easy. The interface is very easy. You can search easily. You can filter. You can just read, download. So it is really an amazing kind of experience for you and for your users. I told you about the restrictions that publishers put on their titles. So basically these restrictions, as I mentioned earlier, it is only on the copy, on the save to PDF, and on the borrowing. So what we did actually, back in 2018, we started an initiative. We spoke to a lot of publishers. We told them that, guys, can you please remove these restrictions? Can you make like somehow using of your books much easier and much better? So we were lucky because a lot of publishers, they actually agreed to remove these restrictions, what we call them digital right management, and they made their titles somehow DRM free. So basically now we have more than 22,000, and I think we just reached 25,000 even titles out of these 180,000 academic complete titles. They are DRM free titles. So this means that you can copy as many pages as you want. You can save the entire book as a normal PDF and save it on your machine. So this is also some of the initiatives that we did to really enhance and make your experience with Ebook Central much better and easier. So we have more than 200 publishers participated with this initiative, and a lot of them cover almost all subject areas. So this is also something good for you to consider. So this is in general everything I wanna talk about regarding ProQuest Central, ProQuest Dissertation Thesis, and Ebook Central. So now I will just do a quick live demo to show you how to access, how to search, how to retrieve the data, how to use the platforms, and what are the features and functionalities available for you. So I will do it very quickly. And of course, I will share a lot of useful resources with you. What I did actually is we have what we call user guides, lib guides, video, everything will be shared with you with this presentation. But before talking about the links, let me just start the live demo for you. So I will just open now. This is Ebook Central homepage, okay? So Ebook Central homepage is really, as I mentioned earlier, it's an amazing source, and all our books are there within Ebook Central. So this is the homepage of Ebook Central. You can come here, you can search for our books. This is my demo account. So basically it will be like more titles will be here, but it's the same concept. You can do a basic search. So if you don't know from where to start, maybe you need to see something related to management, you can just come and type management. Or maybe you need something more specific. So maybe you are searching for specific subject, topic, author, publisher, etc. You can use the advanced search. Or you can even browse by subject. So let's say that I can come to browse by subject and see what are the books related to subject X, subject Y, etc. I can just click on browse subjects, and let's see that, I really need to see all the books related to business and management. So I can click here. It will list all the books related to business and management for me. So then I can maybe apply more filters, more search terms to get really more accurate kind of results related to the things that I'm searching for. So I can see that we have more than 62,000 books related to business and management. I can also, as I mentioned, do more kind of search, just like to filter and to narrow down what I need. I can filter by year of publication, by subject, by language, by author. Mainly our books and all our resources in ProQuest, mainly we provide in English language. So this is also something to consider. And again, I can do some kind of advanced search, as I mentioned. In the advanced search, I will have like more control. Maybe I'm searching for a specific title, ISBN, publisher, so any keyword, any subject, etc. So let's say that I really need things related to management, okay, or time management, for instance. Okay, I want to add something related to a specific author, a specific publisher, a specific subject. So you can add as many rows as you want. Okay, you can just like put contains, matches, etc. So you can do it the way you like. And when you are done, so let's say that I want to see time management and performance. Okay, I need things related to time management and performance. I need things were published between 2000 and now, for instance. A specific language, although as I mentioned, mainly we are dealing with English language. So this is just put it in your mind. If you're interested to see the books which are DRM-free titles, digital right management, without any restrictions, you can filter by this, unlimited print, copy, and download. But this is not recommended, to be honest with you now, because let's focus on the books that we have, and then we'll see if they are unlimited or not. So once you are done, you can just click on search, and based on your entered kind of information, we will just filter and provide you with the results based on the search terms that you used. This is also something good. So I found that around 2,900 books related to time management and performance. And they are published in a year from 2000 till now. So I can really easily just do whatever I want. I can just like filter again, or I can start reading and seeing these books. Another thing is when you search on ProQuest Ebook Central, by default, the results will come, will be sorted by relevancy. If you prefer to see things really from a specific date range, or maybe according to a specific title, to a specific contributor, you can just like do this with any way you want. So sort by relevancy or year of publication, etc. It's also another way to check. So here I just put between 2000 and 2020 because it took me only for 2000. So as you can see now I have more, around 180,000 titles. And here the first one was published in 2014 according to the relevancy. The most relevant title is this one. If I want to change it to publication date, so the first one will be here is actually from 2020, as you can see. So it's up to you to do it as per your preference. And then let's see what are the options available for you when you open any kind of book. So for this book, I can really.
Sorry to interrupt, Anas. Maybe just slow down a little bit. The slides, the screens are taking a bit of a while, like a couple seconds to change to the next one. So when you load a page, it's a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, sure. No problem. Thank you, Tam. Okay, so let's talk now about the options available for you when you open any book. You can download the book. You can read it online. You can go to table of content, and you can even create your own account within ProQuest Ebook Central, and you can save your entrusted books there to something we call bookshelf. Bookshelf is here. So this is like a way you need to have an account to do this in order to save your entrusted books to come back to them later. So if I want to open this book, just remember that, as I told you, when you open any book, you will find how many pages you are allowed to copy per day. You are allowed to save or print to PDF per day, and for how many days you can download the book. Everything will be mentioned in this detail page. So if I want to download a book, it is very easy for me. I can click on download book. So the system will guide me through the steps I need to follow in order to download book. So you will see now that once you click on download book, we will need to know what type of device that you are using. In my case, I'm using my own laptop. If you are using your iOS device or Android device, just select the right one and then click on continue. In order to download any book from Ebook Central and use it offline, you need to have a free software called Adobe Digital Editions. You can click on this link or this link in order to go to the Adobe page and download the software. Again, it's a free software from Adobe. You can download the Macintosh one or the Windows one, according to the one that to the operating system that you are using. When you are done, I can say that I'm done with this step. Then I can select, and this is managed by your admin. So basically, he or she will put for how many days I can download the borrowing, for how many days I can borrow this book. So basically, let's say that I want to borrow it for 30 days. I will click on download. And then this will start downloading the book and put it in your machine for up to 30 days. This is Adobe Digital Editions, the software from Adobe that you need to use in order to open and to download books. So now I have this book completely downloaded on my machine without the need of the internet for up to 30 days. Okay, I can just go to any page. Normally, I can read, I can do anything I want. So this is how you can download books. You can read the book online. You can add it to your bookshelf. You can share it. Sharing link to book is very important, especially if you are a teacher and you want to share this book with your students. So you can click here to take this URL and put it in your learning management system, or you can send it via email to your students, and they can easily just come and click on the link to open the book. They should have access as well. reading the book, when we created actually Ebook Central, we did this kind of similar print book experience. So basically in this book, I can easily just go to any page. I can zoom in, zoom out, add bookmark, add notes, highlights, etc. So it is really, really very easy and very straightforward. It's very amazing kind of options available for you. So basically you can highlight any term, any paragraph, anything you would like to highlight it. You can add your personal notes. Maybe for this particular book, I really need to add that this is important for my students, or this is important for my research. So you can add your personal notes. It's like a sticky note, the same what we do with our print books. We can add bookmark as well. We can print and save any page as PDF or the entire chapter. But just remember the daily allowance of the maximum number of pages you can save to PDF, or you can copy as well. And you can download the book from here as well. So all these kind of things available for you. So you can just come and use the platform. So this is in general about Ebook Central. As I told you, I will try to answer all your questions at the end when we finish the training. So now let's move to our second platform, the ProQuest platform. This platform actually, it is the platform for ProQuest Central, for ProQuest Dissertation Theses. And by the way, all the books on Ebook Central are already integrated with this platform. So you can access the 3 databases from one single platform. The platform also very easy, very simple. I can do basic search. I can do advanced search. And by the way, if you are familiar doing searches within any online databases, it will be almost the same. You just need to be more specific. You just need to really put the right kind of terms. So for example, if I am into, I want to know about, the distance learning, okay? So if I just put distance learning like this, I'm sorry. Distance learning. Okay, so I don't know from where to start, so I want to use the basic search. Okay, just remember, when you do a basic search within ProQuest platform, we will take it and put "and" by default between any words that you are using. So we will search for distance and learning, and we will search among everything on the title, on the abstract, on the full text, on the author, every field, every place inside the document. And when we see these 2 words are coming in a single document, we'll provide this document as part of the results. So you will find that you'll have millions of results, because this is a very generic kind of thing. So just to explain it. So if I did like this, distance learning, and hit search, you will find that I have now around 2.7 million results related to distance and learning. This is good. So this will show you that we have a lot of things, but in order to be more accurate, it is really much better to use some kind of quotation marks for specific kind of words, and or in a way to give you like more accurate results. So if I want to do another example, so let's see that I want to see something related to risk management and banking. Okay, so in this case, risk management, once I put a quotation mark, so this means that they will search for this exact phrase, risk management. It should be as one word, risk management. And I want to add banking, and I need banking to be in any place. From the beginning, you can limit to the full text content. You can limit to the peer-reviewed content. You can select the source type you want to limit to from the beginning. So all these kind of things, you can do it. And by the way, you can easily just click on search tips to read and to know more how to do this kind of search. What are the operators that you can use? You can use the and, the or, the not. What is this? An explanation, and also some kind of examples. So this is also something really good you can consider when dealing with ProQuest platform. So you can click on search tips to know more. So let's say that now I want to do risk management and banking, and I want to limit to the full text from the beginning, and I can hit search. So now, because I did more kind of accurate and more focused kind of search, I will find out of this risk management and banking, I have around 600,000 results. Now I can easily add more terms if I need more things, like maybe in banking industry or banking in Africa or whatever. I can do anything to just be more accurate. I can use the filters as well. So we have things from like a very old new kind of time. So maybe I'm trusted on the things which were published in the last 5 years, 1 year, the last 3 months. So I can just like limit and filter. I'm also interested to see things from specific source types. So let's say that please just give me results coming from scholarly journals, from dissertation theses, from even conference paper and proceedings, from government and official publications, magazines. So you can include, exclude anything and apply. So this will also limit the results to give you more kind of accurate results. So as you can see, few clicks, you will start from like millions to hundreds of thousands to maybe at the end, it will be like around hundreds or tens until you reach what you need. So this is very, very important that you can do, use our filters to really narrow down the results in order to see and to check and see what you actually looking for. Okay, so now let's deal with the results. So basically the same concept here. By default, the results will come like sorted by relevancy, and I can change it to oldest first or most recent first. So the first one was from November 2015 as relevancy, but if I put the most recent first, I can see April 2020 was the first one. So as you can see, this is really, really great. And also you'll find some documents in different languages. So if you want to limit only to the English one or to any other language, you can do. But again, what we do provide is mainly in English. So this is also good to consider. Now let's see what we can do with these results. I can click on show abstract to read about the abstract and to see if this is really what I'm searching for. If yes, I can open the document. If the PDF version is available, I can just go directly to the PDF version of this document, which will open it. I can download the normal PDF to my machine. I can save it. I can cite it. I can email it. I can do a lot of things. So this one is a 10 pages document. I can download it as a PDF, normal PDF, save it to my machine in order to use it offline. This is different than the ebooks. Ebooks, we have a limit for how many pages you can download per day. But for the platform, ProQuest platform, no, there is no limit. So anything available as a PDF, you can just like easily download it completely as a normal PDF without any kind of restrictions. Also, you can see some related items here. When you open any document, anything which are talking about the same concept, the same idea with your open document will be here. So you can go from one document to another, and all are really related to the things that you are searching for and you are looking for. So this is also something good to consider. So now let's also see what are other options available for you. So basically, like when you open any book, again, as I mentioned, we can save it as a PDF. We can cite. Cite is very important. As you know that when you are writing a paper, even if it's an assignment or research paper, you need to list all your references that you used in your research. And you need to put it in a specific citation style. Let's say APA or Harvard or IEEE. Most people are doing this manually. With ProQuest platform, we do some kind of provide some kind of help. So you can click on cite and you can use one of our 37 citation styles available already for you to put the reference using this citation style. So for instance, if you want to use Harvard, this is how this reference is written using Harvard citation style. I can just copy and paste in my research paper, which will really save a lot of time. And I can do this exactly the same with the list of results. So let's say that I want to list more than one result, so more than one document as my references. So let's say that I want to use this one, and this one. You can just select the documents and click on cite here. And you can use also our citing service here to cite multiple documents in your preferred citation style. This is Harvard. I can change it to APA, just copy and paste the information in order to and put it in your research paper. So this is really an amazing kind of service which is already available within your ProQuest platform. You can also email, if I want to email this to my colleagues, to my students, I can also save it. I can create a profile within ProQuest platform called My Research. You can also check other options, like you can send it to reference management tools like RefWorks, EasyBib, EndNote, etc. So it's really an amazing way just to be in full control within your search and research. We can also create alerts, because I told you previously that we keep adding content almost every day to ProQuest platform. So let's say that you did your search, you used your filters, and now you need really to save your searches. So you can save your searches by creating a profile, a My Research, what we call it My Research account. And also you can create alerts and ask us as a ProQuest, please ProQuest, if you add anything new related to my search, just send me an email. So you can set an alert to receive emails every day, every week, every month, every 6 months, etc. So just for you to be updated. So this is also something really good that you can use from ProQuest platform. The advanced search is a way that you can just come and you can search for anything you want, okay? But in specific fields. So let's say that I'm actually looking for something related to diabetes. I want to see diabetes in the abstract, and I want to also add it to obesity. Okay, and also I want to use this anywhere except full text. I can add more rows. I can put Africa, for example, as a region. I can limit to full text, specific publication dates, specific source types, document types, etc. I can add more kind of custom search. And when I'm done, I can click on search. And based on what I entered, I will get results. So in this case, I can see that I have things related to diabetes and obesity and related to Africa, more than 3,000 results. Again, I can use the filters here to narrow down the results and go to my documents and check them and see really what I'm looking for and start using it. So advanced search, as you saw, it is very, very easy and straightforward. What you can also use is the publication search. So if you are looking for a specific journal, specific magazine, specific book, you can come here and search for it and see if we have it or not. If it's available as full text or abstract, if we have embargo between us and the real publisher. All these kind of questions, you can find the answer here under the publications search. For instance, I want to see a magazine called The Economist. So I can just like put The Economist here, and I can search by title, title begins with, publication summary, subject, etc., and then click on search. This will give you everything where The Economist is listed there. So which one you are really looking for? I would say that, you know, I'm actually looking for this magazine. This is a magazine, The Economist London. I can see that the full text coverage that ProQuest has is from 1992 till present. The abstract coverage from 1986 till present. This is the information about the publisher, ISN, place of publication. I can open this magazine. I can know all the information about it. I can browse any specific issue. I can even search for it. So as you know now, this is like COVID-19. So it is really a topic. So I can just like search, but I really need to see the results coming from The Economist only. So I just want to search for COVID-19 and economy and search. And this the results will come only from The Economist. So I have 187 results coming from The Economist magazine on the COVID-19 and economy. So basically, and again, I can just use the facets here to narrow down the results and go and see what I need. I can open any article of this magazine. If it's available as PDF, I can just like download it as a PDF without any issue. So this is usually how we can use the publication search. Last thing you can do here is actually you can browse the non-periodical content available within your ProQuest subscription. So you can see some kind of reports, some kind of dissertation thesis. For instance, the dissertation thesis, I can see the ones related to a specific subject, a specific country or location. So I can just browse them. So let's see that I need things related to, like for example, management. Let me see all the ProQuest dissertation theses related to management or machine learning or anything. You know, you can just like view the documents. You can even check from where these documents are coming. So I can just click here to see. So this is really, really a cool way where you can search and browse our content based on like subject or by location. Two things actually I just want to share with you. The first thing is, as a good gesture from us at ProQuest, what we did, we enabled some kind of research, we call it research companion. So we created some kind of videos and tutorials for you to understand how the research process is, how to choose the topic, how to really, from where to find the information, how to evaluate the information. It is, we created this tutorial, which is like 2-3 minutes every video, just to explain how to become really a good kind of researcher and how you start your search with your research. So this is also something good to consider. And my last thing I want to share with you is basically our resources, which will help you stay informed and up to date. So we have what we call LibGuide. It is basically, it will have some kind of information about how to best use the ProQuest Central, ProQuest Dissertation Theses, Ebook Central, how to do the search, how to view the document, etc. And also we have a lot of videos, a lot of presentation, PowerPoint presentations to use it yourself also on ProQuest Central, Dissertation Thesis, and Ebook Central. All these kind of things are really crucial and very important for you. And once you receive your copy of this presentation, you can use these resources and you can use the information here really to know more about our databases and collections. So by this, I can say that I'm done for today. This is actually a very quick kind of introduction on how best to use our 3 databases, ProQuest Central, ProQuest Dissertation Thesis, Ebook Central, how to use the Ebook Central platform, how to use the ProQuest platform. And as I told you, I showed you how to search, how to retrieve data. I showed you the value of these products and how they are really will be an added value to you to help you in your day-to-day learning and teaching and even researching experience. And by this, I will say that I'm now ready to take any question, anything. I will just view the questions that you shared via chat just before while I was presenting. So I will just check the questions, but please, if you have any other question, just write your question via chat, or you can just like unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hi, Anas. I did make a note of some of the questions. The one question was on African content. So I don't know if you can just show on the ProQuest platform quickly how to use the location again and to select countries in Africa. So the question was how much African content is there in the database, which obviously there is a lot, but if we can just show them how to use the location filter.
Sure. Let me just, okay, sorry for that, just 1 minute. So basically, because as I mentioned, we are getting our content from a lot of places, but if I just want to focus on the African one, so I can just like go, for example, to the ProQuest Central. Let me just share my screen, sorry. And in the advanced search, by the way, one of the fields that you can use is basically the location field. So when you put the location and put Africa or any even specific country and put in the location and add anything to your questions, okay? When you do that and hit search, you'll find that we have a lot of things related to Africa as a location. So I can see as a general, more than 2.6 million results are related to Africa as a location. But of course, you need to maybe add like economy, maybe learning, teaching, anything to have more accurate kind of results. But you can always use the advanced search in order to search for a specific location, specific subject, specific author, a specific topic. And again, we cannot say that we have this much of content related to Africa, because we keep adding content every day, and we are actually targeting more universities and more publishers in Africa to add their content in our database. So just you can expect to see more and more of these amazing African content within ProQuest databases.
There is also, everybody, just to let you know, so if you do a search for business management, there is the location filter on the left-hand side as well. You can also select by country. So Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa.
Yes, exactly.
There it is.
Here, if you can see. So basically, when you do any search, basic or advanced, and you can just like check also the location filter to narrow down to a specific country if you want. Thank you, Tami.
And then there were a few people that asked the same question about setting the times, the download times for ebooks. Obviously, that's a librarian setting. So maybe just go over that the librarian can change the download days. Exactly.
So basically, the librarian, what they can do, hopefully when we are become an official subscriber to it, you can play with this, the download book, okay? So by default, we have up to 21 days that you can check out this book. But the librarian, they can just like change it the way they like. In my demo account, I put it up to 120 days, but you have up to 1 year. So this is a librarian decision. And this is very, very easy to change. So this is how you can do it. And I saw one question that after the 120 days or 30 days, what will happen to my book? So if you see here, this is my library. This is what all the books that I downloaded. After the time or the days will finish, the book will expire. So if you need it again, you can just go and re-download it, no problem. There is no like restriction that you can only download it once, no. But you just need to know the maximum allowance or the maximum number of days that you can keep it. So it is the same concept as borrowing from the library. You will just go and you can borrow this book for 30 days, 40 days, and then you need to return it back. If you need it again, you can just like ask the library to take it again.
Sorry, can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
Can't you, let's say you bought it for 120 days and it's 119 days, you want to renew, is it possible?
What do you mean once you renew?
Can you renew it before it expires?
No. So basically, when you download it, you just need to wait until it is expired. When it's expired, and then you can just go and re-download it again. But there is no way to renew the book again. You know, just like you just need to wait. And if you just noticed here, if you just go back to your book, so here, I just downloaded this time management before a few weeks, right? So here it is telling me that you have an active download that it will expire in 29 days and 23 hours. So you cannot re-download it again until the book is expired.
But when you when it expires, you order it, does it come back with your notes that you made previously, or you lose all your notes?
So if you put any notes on the downloaded version, unfortunately, you will lose them.
Okay.
So because of that, it is highly recommended not to put some important notes in your downloaded book. Maybe put them in a notepad, like outside, you know, just put them in a paper or something. So for you will know it. But in
notes,
but on the online version, of the book, all your notes will stay there. It will not expire.
Okay.
So and they will just like continue as long as you are official subscriber to ProQuest. So you can put your notes on the online version of a book.
Okay.
Sorry, Tami, do you want to add anything here?
No, that was I was going to say. We always encourage our students to make their notes on the online version because they never expire, and you'll always be able to look at those at a later stage.
Okay, thank you.
That Anas showed us.
And there's also a question about how many ProQuest accounts can an institution have. So
Anas,
basically, Yes.
Anas, my name is Olive. Can I come in, please? What if you have it on your bookshelf? Do you lose your notes if you have it on your bookshelf? If you save the book to your bookshelf, will you lose your notes?
Yeah, so basically bookshelf is all about the online version of the book. So when you add this book to your bookshelf account, all your notes you put on the book, on the online, on the platform will be saved there. So let me just show you my bookshelf. So here I saved a lot of books. I even added a lot of annotations, as you can see. So all my annotations, everything will be saved, plus the book on my bookshelf account. And I can come at any time to check my notes. So here, I can just click on this particular book, can click on my annotations, and I can see my annotations. And by the way, when you open any book, this star will tell you exactly what are the notes, what are the things that you did inside the book. So I can just like here see that I have a note discussed with Dr. Sarah, for example. I know that in chapter 6, I have a highlight in page 76. So as you can see, I will not lose my notes if I did them on my online version of the book. If I do them on the offline, unfortunately, when the book expires, you will lose your notes. And all your notes will be saved with the book on your bookshelf by default. So once you start adding any notes on the book, by default, it will be saved on your bookshelf account.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. So about the accounts, how many accounts that you can get to access ProQuest? Basically, if you are like working in a university, the university will sign an agreement with us, and we will enable the access to our content remotely. So it should be, we can enable it by IP, we can enable it by referral URL, by proxy, by username and password. So there is no problem at all. It depends on how the university would like to have the setup. So hopefully, Ima, this answered your question.
There was another question. There was a question about discovery, with in particular about EDS. So yes, to your question, we can put the holdings into your catalog, and then they will be discoverable through your discovery.
Thank you, Tami.
Can I come in?
Yeah, please.
Please, sorry for taking you back. I had connectivity challenges, so I couldn't get part of the presentation. How do you say one can get an account with ProQuest?
Yeah, so basically, this should come from the university that you are working for. So basically, they have an agreement, and Tami can also explain this in a better way. Tami, if you want to step in just to explain about the access, about the subscription.
So yes, absolutely. At the moment, through the Kali Consortium, most of the universities in Ghana, and in particular the University of Ghana, are on trial access. So we can, if you just request that, trial access should be on your resources page. If you click on that link, excuse me, it will straight away give you an option to select to create an account. And then you can absolutely, you just put in your name and your email, and you can request an account. So it's quite easy. If you are outside of the University of Ghana, it would be through Kali, and I'll be able to help you with that as well.
I'm grateful. Thank you.
Tami, for University of Ghana, we have the link in our A to Z list of databases.
Correct.
And we also have it from off campus.
Yes, correct.
So all they need to do is to visit the page and then pick up the link from there.
Yes.
So what we have on trial is also listed the A to Z list of databases. So they can easily pick up the link. And if they have any challenge, they can get back to me.
The library, perfect. Yes, and the academic complete subscription of ebooks, remember we added that to your current Ebook Central. So all of your users that have access to Ebook Central, they will now have access to that 180,000 titles as well.
Okay, thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Yeah, this is Eric, University of Ghana.
Hello.
Yes, I work with Dr. Olive. Yeah, I want to ask how many people can borrow the same book at the same time? So you mentioned that you can have a book for about 120 days. So assuming I have that book, can someone else also get it?
Eric,
So
there's too much
it.
background. Eric, can you mute your, there's too much noise at the back.
So that's a really, really good question. Thank you for asking. It is all the books on the Academic Complete subscription. So all of the ones that are in that collection are unlimited. So you have unlimited downloads. So literally every single university student could access the same book and download it at the exact same time. So it is unlimited, absolutely. So if you've got a class of 30 people can have the book at the same time. It's unlimited.
Thank you, Tam.
Can I come in?
Yes, please.
Yes, I've gone to the site through the University of Ghana portal. And when you go there, it says ProQuest trials. And then error for site owner, invalid domain for site key. And when I click on continue, it says invalid. How do I navigate that?
Can you
Dr. Say, did you go through off campus?
Yes.
Did you go through off campus?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
I've done it twice, but the same result.
Well, tell me, is it your issue or our issue? Because Henry
they should be off access, especially to that trial of ProQuest Central and ProQuest Dissertations and Theses. It's not authenticated, it's an open URL. So if you are getting a problem, please can you just send a screenshot of the error, and then I can see what the error is.
Okay.
It's me in an email or if it's easier.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you.
Okay, great. Any other question?
We will circulate the recording of this as well as the PowerPoint presentation and all the resources for help. So as soon as I've got downloaded the list of the attendees, you will get an email from either myself or Anas with all the details. So also, please feel free to share those details with your colleagues.
Yes, and I also would like to request you, please, we have this survey kind of link shared via chat. So I really appreciate if you can just spend, like, honestly speaking, 15 seconds only, just like to somehow answer this question on the survey link and provide any kind of comments or notes or everything just to improve our like presentation and our training in the future. So I already shared the link in the chat, and I really appreciate if you can do it for us.
Okay, before you move on, Joyce, I just tried the two links and they are working. So I don't know what's happening at your end. Did you go through off campus?
Yeah, I did, but I'll try again when this is over. Thank you.
Welcome.
I'll get back to you if there's any problem.
Mr. Henry, I saw the photo that you shared, and hopefully we will work to solve it. No worries.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Anything, Tami, you want to add?
Hello.
Yes.
Please, I'm Francis, University of Ghana. I joined quite late, so I don't know if this question is already addressed. Sometimes on the ProQuest ebooks, you see maybe 2 copies or 3 copies. What does it mean?
So that would refer, because the University of Ghana owns a whole lot of books. Some of the books that they own are not unlimited access. So then they own 3 copies, which means that 3 people can access that at any one time. So it's only a few of the owned titles and specific books that are not included in the subscription. Those would have a little bit more restrictions than the subscribed titles. But all the subscribed titles, sometimes you'll see that it's limited to 3 users. That means that it's an own title, and those restrictions that come from the librarian.
Okay, thank you.
I can see a question about the certificate. So basically, if you can just like, if we have a list of the attendees, I don't know, Tami, should they just share it with Olive and then we can just...
I think I can download a list of the attendees with email addresses. Absolutely, we can. I think Noor can do a certificate for us of attendance.
Sure, sure. And I can do it as well, no worries.
Okay, lovely. Thank you very much, everybody, for your time. We really appreciate it and for the great questions.
So thank you very much. And please feel free to reach us if you have anything else. Thank you and have a lovely day.
Thank you, Anas and Tami. It's been very, very insightful. Thank you.